going on, good people? This is your man, Gavin the Boss Man Stevenson. I'm sitting here with my co-host,
Chris Ekuano Cabrera.
You are sitting here with savages with cigars. Yes! Motherfucker. I'm starting to hit that on the head every time, Chris.
I mean, you did come up with the name.
I did come up with the
You
name.
should be so happy that you can't fuck it up as often.
Often, I try not to fuck it up as much as I do, trust me. So, Chris, what is the topic for today?
Well, we're going to leave relationships for a little while, and let's try some other topics, like today being college degrees or the hustle. And I don't even want to say in 2024, but 2024 is probably where we're probably seeing more of the adjustment of getting away from college degrees and going towards people who have the mindset of
I'm getting it.
I'm going for it. I'm getting it. And in all honesty, I don't see why the hell a college degree is required to begin with. When hell, most of your smart people these days, what if they come from poverty? They can't afford a college degree.
You know, I believe now I'm gonna put it this way, Chris. I believe that a college degree back in the early '90s, early years, yes, I
Right.
believe that it was something that was needed to get around, to get to that financial point that you want to get to. But I also believe now that the kids today are starting to realize that the shit's not really needed.
No. And when you do go get it, what do you end up with after you're done? A shitload of fucking bills.
Yep.
You have to pay all that back. And it's not something that goes away with bankruptcy. It's not something that goes away with nothing. It will linger for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. I know people that has graduated from college 15, 20 years ago are still paying back student loans.
And shit, how many of them are actually doing what they studied?
None of them I know that's really doing what they went to college for.
The only thing that back in the day a college degree showed in a person was that they were consistent, that they were dedicated, that they showed focus. And that's all that it really pertained to. Yes, I can't say you're smarter, because look at the people that hustle these days without a college degree are just as smart, if not smarter.
Are smarter.
All it showed was that you were dedicated, and
that you can stay on task,
and
that you can be there on time.
Yep.
It was something that showed your employer that you can.
You're driven.
You can do the job.
You're driven. You're focused.
That's all it showed.
Maybe showed some sort of work ethic, because were you working a part-time job and hustling and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So it does show some sort of determination. But screw all that shit today. You're smart as people that are taking over a lot of things, like being hired into Google, or just technology in general, data. It's not coming from
people are coming from
college degrees.
Bigger and better ideas. You know, when the college thing started to really slide for a lot of people, the internet.
Mm-hmm.
When you were able to start making money on the internet, people were like, you know what? I'm gonna go out here and get this money real quick. Fuck this college shit.
Well, you know what? You can also buy your goddamn college degree online.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I got two. My brother and sister, they went to college. My brother's doing what he actually went to college for.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, not as much. But like I said, it definitely helps. But it's not a required thing anymore, Chris. It's not something that employers are looking for. I know people, it's funny to say this, I know people right now that are the boss, are the managers of people that have college degrees.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've seen people with GEDs that are overseeing people with college degrees.
I mean, most business owners I've come across, especially in the last 5 years, none of them have college degrees.
They had to hustle.
And then, for instance, these group of people have college degrees, but I guarantee you they didn't go to college to open up a strip club. But yet they have a strip club. Or multiple strip clubs. Or whatever. There's no stripper club 101.
Unless you're doing business management, and you don't need to know that. Trust me. When it comes to the strip club, business management is out the fucking window.
Oh yeah. I mean, granted, there are taxes you got to pay. That's
about it.
Liquor licenses.
You
and
get
stuff
a
like
fucking accountant to do that.
But that's very simple. Yes. You don't have to have a management degree.
No, you get a fucking accountant to take care of all that. You don't sit there. I tell people all the time, The best thing you can possibly do when it comes to doing books for a strip club, let somebody else do them.
Hell yeah.
Because if you do them, you're going to fuck them up and you're going to pay more than what you actually have to pay.
In that specific industry, the owners have to be just as much of a partier as the people that work.
It takes. I'm gonna tell you the truth. To run a great, successful strip club, the person they have to have running it, gotta be a hustler. Gotta be gotta have a.
You're not gonna have a
hustler
bookworm in there
mindset.
as your GM or even one of your shift managers.
You're not gonna be able to do. Them girls are gonna run all over. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It takes a criminal to run one of them motherfuckers. I'm not gonna lie to you. It takes a fucking criminal.
Well, neither one of us are criminals.
Right, but
And we ran. But yes,
you
I
gotta have a
understand
criminal mindset. Let's put it that way. To run the motherfucking clubs the way they supposed to run, you gotta have a criminal mindset. And then on top of that, you get tired of it. It's just a hindrance when you get to our age. I don't understand how people that are older than us are still. Well, I do understand it. Like I said, I love
the money's quick.
The money's quick,
fast.
But the people that are older than us that are doing it, they're not hands on. They got somebody else that is hands on. They're just over. You know what I mean? They're just making sure the money gets into the safe.
Well, and in these days, they are having to make sure that whatever profits they're gathering from the one that they have or the multiples that they have to keep opening more, because what I've noticed lately is these clubs, that industry is going downhill so quickly financially that you have to own more than one. And a lot of these owners are getting smart. They're opening restaurants and buying up properties and doing rentals and stuff like that. They have to do that.
But those are
those are the smart ones. That's probably something it's not something you get out from a college degree though.
No.
That's just common sense that tells you, how do I keep making money?
How do I keep the income coming in? Because of people don't realize these clubs don't hit every night. You may not hit every night. You may hit once a night. You may hit once a week. You ain't gonna hit every night.
I'm not gonna sit here and obviously say names, but I know there's a lot of them that aren't hitting at all.
They'll fake the funk though, won't they?
Yeah, I mean, but those that stay open when they're not hitting is because there's other entities that they're involved in that are hitting, and this is your tax write-off.
This is a tax write-off.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's it drives it all down. Well, and I was sitting here looking at this while we were talking. It even says here that MIT reveals a significant paradigm shift, with 48% of tech firms opting to forego degree requirements in 2024.
Wow.
That right there, MIT is one of the most prestigious universities. And for them to forego and saying that they're foregoing 48% of college degrees, it goes to show how the paradigm is shifting.
A lot of people are not hearing that degree shit no more, Chris. People, like, you get some people think that it's a scam now. They feel like it's a money grab.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of young people that aren't going to college are hitting on social media,
killing you. It's that one. Remember that one guy that goes around the colleges and has some debates with the college students, telling them, like, you know what, you guys have been scammed all your life and all this stuff.
I think if we're thinking about the same one, he's also really good with politics.
Yes.
And always challenges the transgender stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That guy hits on it every time. He is dead on. He tells the truth. People are like, Gavin, why do you like him? Blah, blah. I like him. I like for the sheer fact that he tells the truth. You know, like I said, the hustle is the hustle. That man knows his hustle.
But not only does he tell the truth, he's highly educated in the topics that he discusses or the topics that he's defending or whatever the case might be. But none of that is a college
driven thing.
It's not, because the things that he's attacking are society-based issues. So whether they're financials, whether they're talking about transgenders, or that whole crowd, whatever that entails, but he definitely is on point with a lot of the shit that he says.
A lot of shit that he says. I'm going to have to pause this for a minute. It's all good. I'm going to pause it. Because
Because as I've proven, or as I've said, and you can see yourself, or hell, even anybody out there, social media can turn your day around like this. Your
Yeah.
life will be totally different in one day.
People that have been bums living in tents, turning around, making millions of dollars just by blogging.
Yeah, and the sad part is even if you do get a college degree and you go end up working for some place that gives you a six-figure income, you know, at the end of the day, you still have that entire. You have to pay all of that college tuition back. So, hustling, what are you paying for? Nothing. You're just treating yourself to whatever motivates you to continue hustling.
There's nothing wrong with being money motivated. I always used to tell my girls that all the time. If you want to make it in this day and age, you have to be fucking money fucking motivated.
Yes.
You are not going to sit there. And I remember they used to come to me and be like, Gavin, this and that, and the world is awful and it's falling apart.
What's up,
and
bro?
when I used to say to them all the time, can you fix it with money?
I just drove by.
And they be like, yeah, then why are you sitting here crying? Let's go get this money.
Let's go make more money.
Right.
I mean, and so a college degree again puts you into a situation where 9 to 5 or whatever the hell, unless you become an entrepreneur yourself and you're not stuck to a time frame or whatever. But when you receive a job based on a college degree, you are stuck to whatever salary they gave you and the hours that you're in.
Who wants to be sitting behind a desk all their fucking lives?
I can't. I have the wrong attitude to deal with anybody that's gonna sit there and micromanage me.
I cannot sit behind a desk for 20-something years, and then you retire, they give you half a pension and a fucking
40. Can you imagine 40 hours a week sitting behind a desk?
Fuck me.
Even if I was making great money, I just can't do it. I'm not that type of person.
The hustle is strong. I'm always trying to figure out what's the next step, what's the next best way. I got guys that are doing, doing handyman work and making 6 figures, bro. Because their hustle is so strong. You got guys that are out there building houses. A lot of them didn't go to school. They went to they didn't get a college degree. They went to a trade.
They got the technical certificate that they needed to be able to do their trade.
And I have nothing wrong with going to get a trade. It's easy and it's quicker and it's cheaper.
Yes, and you still have to do the trade. You still got to go to those classes because you're learning about what you're getting into. Imagine waking up one day and saying, I'm going to be an electrician. Touch the wrong fucking wire and see what happens.
Right.
So you got to go learn about that shit. But once you learn it, the hustle takes over your entire life after that, because now you're going out and seeing how many electrical jobs can I get.
Then when you sit here and think about it, and you're like, wait a minute, what am I going to do with a degree when I was over there, English lit? Shit like that. Like, what am I going to do with that?
What, you going to write a book?
That's about
Or
it.
write many books?
With that? That you may not make $1 out of.
It'll never get published. What if it never gets published?
Then you sat here so you realize what you did
You wasted time and your own money.
And your own money.
Because now you're not making any money.
Yep.
And now you're going to spend more money because you got to pay it back.
Now you're a struggling writer.
Yes.
So, we're sitting here talking about the hustle. We're talking about the college side of it, which is a great side. But if it's not for you people, don't force it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because there's other ways to make money out there.
And we're not opposed to anybody choosing to go to college and get
go
a
to
degree.
school. If you
Do
feel
you?
like that's what you want to do, college is just not just, I feel
It'll shape you as a person just like
Right.
the military shapes you as a person.
College is just not for a learning experience.
Right.
It's an actual, it's good for people that are learning social skills. You know what I mean? Because you're out there amongst people, you're learning how to live with people, all that stuff.
Or you're just going to college because you like the parties.
You like the parties.
And the ass is there.
And it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it.
For what we've done, we didn't need, obviously, a college degree for what you and I have done. However, the hustle was so intense that we were making as much money as the owners, if not more.
If not more.
Because that we learned how to hustle in our specific. Man, I was hustling every shift. Even though I knew what my shift was going to entail, every day I got in there, it was pretty much the same shift. But the money that people bring in there, they're wanting to spend on something.
Right.
So I was making sure that I was providing whatever needed to be provided.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Within legal limits. Let me say that,
Good you said
because
that.
somebody's
I'm gonna tell you
stupid
this.
shit.
It's crazy because the way that I saw when I walked in the door, like you get your shit pay, right? That shit pay didn't mean shit to me.
Yep.
What meant to me was to make sure I had more girls in there. I sold more ones. I made sure the numbers hit at the bar. I made sure the numbers hit at the door. That's when you start making money in our business.
When
Not the shift pay.
when I would walk in and that shift pay was there, that shift pay was the last thing on my mind. I still walked in there going, I have $0 to my name today. Even if I didn't, that was my mindset.
Because you was money motivated.
So from there, every penny counted to the end of the shift.
Fucking penny.
And I was trying to earn every bit of it.
Dime. I was the type of person before the end, because at the end I was really tired of the hustle.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
I was like, whatever. But before that, I wanted to get every last single dime that
Absolutely.
was left. I didn't leave nothing on the table. And you know,
That's what we're doing now with this podcast.
right. You don't leave nothing on the table.
The stuff that you guys don't get to see the back end of this stuff. Today, before we got onto this podcast, we had some meetings, we had some stuff now. We are setting up the merchandise and portion of our podcast, and we're signing. We already got that little contract going, so that's going to be within weeks that you guys will be able to buy whatever it is that you can even fathom for merchandise.
We have stuff that you guys are like, I can't believe they put their name on this.
Yeah. So I mean, we don't stop with just signing on and talking about whatever topics that we come on or whatever. We have to continue to make sure that what are we going to do next? Like reaching out to resorts and doing a vacation. What we would consider vacations for us, because we're still going to be doing the podcast at those locations. We're setting up different things, because the last thing this podcast is ever going to be is a square fucking room.
Right.
And two guys talking. It just isn't going to happen.
Like I said, like I said, this is going to be our.
We're not going to be smoking Hennessy. We're not. I mean, drinking Hennessy, smoking dope, talking about hood rat shit.
That's not our thing.
It's not our thing.
It's not our thing. But what we will do is we will teach you how to make the hustle.
Absolutely.
And that's what we care about. And so when you sit here and think about how to make money, there's so many ways. I don't understand. This is why I don't understand, Chris, and try to make me understand it. Well, give me reason. So what blows my mind today is for anybody to be honestly broke. It blows my mind when the fucking internet, in so many ways to make money on the internet alone. We're not even talking about out in these streets. We're talking about legalized hustles. You know what?
This is a hustle.
This is a hustle.
This podcast is a hustle.
That's what we do.
I mean, there's no reason why you're going to sit home and go, woe is me, woe is me. There's all kinds of shit. Amazon Flex, where you can deliver packages out of your own car. People who are like contractors and shit that'll pay you under the table just to go, like Larry does, where you can go clean up some shit and make $100, $150 a day.
Right.
There's no reason why you should be broke.
Nobody should be broke in this day and age.
If you're a female, it's easy. Go take your clothes off.
Take your clothes off. You ain't gotta do that no more. Fucking take your shoes off.
Yeah,
take your fucking shoes off. I know females right now are doing $10,000-$15,000 a month
off of their
fucking feet. All they gotta do is get a pedicure.
So if you can tell me that a hustle isn't real, when you can sell pictures of your fucking feet and make 10 to 15
grand. Because I remember
grand.
the only way you can hustle doing that is getting naked.
Yeah.
Now, people want to see your feet. People even want to see your fucking fingers. It's crazy.
So imagine how many people out there have college degrees sitting in a corporate office in downtown Tampa, right? Making around 10 or 12,000 a month, let's just say around there. And then you have some random ass 20-year-old that has beautiful feet, and she's making more than you just because she's able to go.
Right, that's it.
And you're over there trying to run an entire company.
You're grinding. Yes. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to talk about your hustle. I'm not going to do
whatever
that.
you choose to do. That's
fine. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it is too much out here for anybody to say that I can't make money in 2024.
Yep.
That the hustle, because the hustle is real now.
Hell, you could sell your blood.
Bro, look,
go get blood.
You can
they pay you.
You can
plasma.
do that. Plasma. But look at this. Think about you got OnlyFans. These motherfuckers. When OnlyFans hit during the pandemic, people got rich.
Dude, that was one smart ass motherfucker that started.
Started that.
He started OnlyFans. and I can't speak on the man because I don't know him like that. I don't even know if he has a college degree. I'm on shit. You know what?
We can look him up, but I tell you this.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
While he's looking that up, if you think about it, you can do. You know what? What's crazy about it? I was looking up things that you can do to make money, and we're talking about that. Think about it. Web design right now. Web design is big.
You know what?
You don't even have to know how to code anymore, bro.
Let's not even say web design. Content creation in general.
All you need is a fucking camera.
As long as you can create content, you're doing better than the person that has to write the code to make a website or whatever the case may be. If you can do what we are striving to do here, which is bring you as much entertainment as possible, and you can do that on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, I mean the list goes on and on. You bring somebody entertainment,
they're gonna pay you.
You're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid.
You just got to get to that point.
Yeah.
So that means, yes, in the beginning, you have to fucking hustle.
Absolutely.
You don't get a chance. There's no breaks. Bro, you want to know what my sister's doing right now? She is doing Turo. So she went and bought 2 cars, right?
Now I'm going to let you finish on that, and then I'm going to tell you what I've heard about Turo.
So she went and bought 2 cars, bro. Nice little rental cars, nothing special, nothing exotic, but them some bitches stay booked every week.
Yep.
Every week. And she doesn't even look, before I let you, she doesn't even do the booking, taking care of the cars. She has somebody that does it for her. All she has
But Turo does it for you.
Right. She has a third party person that puts gas in the car, makes sure the car's running.
Right, so it keeps up with the maintenance portion of it.
So all he does is make sure that it's there and it's waiting for you.
Yep.
She gives him a piece of it, and that's it.
And see, the only thing I was going to say about Turo is when they first started, they were so pro the person that has the vehicles that you can rent. Now they've caught on to how profitable that's become. So Turo, what I've heard about people who are on Turo is they hate the fact that Turo's taking more and more fees. But like everything else, what are you going to do in this life that doesn't charge you something?
Bro, I'm gonna get my Turo fees. I get the car I want. I'm taking for my birthday.
Yes.
For my birthday, I'm getting the car that I want, and I'm paying $212 for 4 days, bro. Come on now. You want to know who caught on to it? The rental car companies. They know that they just can't give you any fucking thing anymore, and that's what they were doing. You would get a plus size car. You get you like
A mid-size crossover.
yeah. Like, what is this? I didn't order this. I wanted a full size luxury sedan, and you give me this. That's what made me go to Turo. I rented a full size luxury car, and them motherfuckers gave me a Nissan Sentra.
But not only that, Turo makes it so simple for you to rent. When you go to, and I'm not going to say the name of it because we don't want to have any legal ramifications, but all of these other rental car companies that you've always been used to, these rental car companies love to have red tape. And if you want to get past that red tape, hey, it's another $100. Here's another $25 fee. Here's another $30 fee. When it's so simple to go there. Now it's funny because Turo has made such a financial decline in those rental companies. They've taken such a hit financially. Just like when the Uber and Lyft came out, taxis took a massive hit to the point where most taxi companies are out of business unless you go to New York or big cities like that where that's what they do. But I mean, here and where we're at in Tampa, it's almost non-existent.
It's easy to get a
Uber or Lyft.
Uber and Lyft than it is to get a taxi because you still gotta wait 15, 20 minutes for the taxi. The Uber's right around the fucking corner.
Yep.
The Uber's right around. Uber 2 minutes away. Taxi 15 minutes. Come on now.
And then you get to choose
what you want to ride.
What standard vehicle you want to be in.
That's beautiful.
So like you said with Turo, it makes
People love options.
It makes it so easy. And these are all companies that you don't have to have a college degree for. If you had a drive to know how to get into the economy and take a portion of the economy that you know has a small little hole left in it, get yourself in there, wedge yourself in there, and create a massive company. There's no reason why you can't do that. There's no reason that it doesn't take a college degree to get in there. Not one bit. Now, back to the OnlyFans guy, I just saw it. he did have a degree in economy, and he's Jewish. I mean, whatever the hell that means. But, I know the Jewish are driven,
Money motivated.
hardcore driven
motivated.
hustlers. So I mean, like I said, I believe in this economy, this day and age, you can make more money off of just hustling your way through than to go sit and waste 2 to 4 years in a sitting in a college setting
And
with so many other people that are just sitting there.
If you just want to get a regular degree,
Like
an associate.
I have 2 degrees, both of them in criminal justice. Am I a cop? Nope. Or probation officer, or a PI, or a bondsman. I'm not doing that shit.
Hell, you don't even need a college degree to be a bondsman. You can be a fucking felon and be a bondsman.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? You don't
That's
have
the hustle.
That's the hustle. You know what I mean? So if you think about I would rather hustle my life instead of sitting in, and that's what I did, bro. I'd rather been a hustler than anything else. Because I know that I am a money motivated person. You know, for me to leave the industry that I was in, and everybody's like, you left all this money on the table. I didn't care anymore. When you don't care, you don't care.
I'm going to tell you right now, you left no money on the table, because I'm still in it. I chose not to be in a management position because I didn't want to do it no more, and I'm watching it from the sidelines, doing my little thing just to make my extra money. There is no more money there. It's not like what it used to. You get your shift pay and maybe $50 more shit.
I'm gonna tell you this: being a manager to a floor guys probably make more money than managers do sometimes. Especially when you're getting that $5-10 a girl.
Yes, and that's exactly what's happening here. And am I done? Am I over it? Obviously. I don't hide it, but I also don't go in there and not do my job.
You not do your job. You're still gonna do
I
it.
do it because I'm hustling on the side doing this podcast. I'm hustling on the side with other things that are coming in the near future. And then apparently I'm going to have to hustle to get a divorce.
We're still working on that part. Every day.
That's the worst hustle I've ever had to
Y'all
obtain.
understand, that is a daily struggle for us. And I say us.
I've had to drag him in. I can't do it on my own anymore. I'm losing my marbles.
Yes. So there are things, like I wrote down some things that we can go over, but like I said, there's a lot of, like I said, we've been hitting you with side ideas that you can do, and you know, a lot of these things now make you your own boss. They make you a 1099. You know what I mean? They make you that person that you are, your own private contractor. You go out there and get this money. You go out there and get this money every day. Like going back to Uber. Uber lets you work 6-7 hours a shift.
Right.
So you work 7 hours. You go lay down for 3, and you get back to work another 7 hours. It lets you work as much or as less as you want to. You are not. And see, that's the beautiful thing about having a great hustle. You're not on a schedule.
No, it's you are the schedule.
Right.
Because you're making it whatever you need to make it.
And a lot of people, that's how a lot of people love to live now. People don't want to be tied up. People want to be, okay, let me go out here and drive this car for 2 or 3 hours, make a couple of dollars. Boom. I got this for this week, or I got this for that week. You know what I mean? I know people right now that are hustling their asses off. They work a 9 to 5, and then they go drive Lyft or Uber for 4 or 5 hours. The reason they're doing that is because, like I said, when people are money motivated and money driven, you're always looking for a way to get away from that 9 to 5.
I'm going to give you a perfect example. My oldest daughter graduated high school. She has not even thought about, nor will she think about, ever going into college. Why? She has a 6-figure nail business.
She does.
Doing nails.
She's bumping. I mean, she's bumping like
She has a friend that is almost up there with her that only does lashes, but does it professionally.
Right.
Again, they did their little trade thing to get their certificates that they needed, but no college there. Her friend drives a brand new badass Audi. My daughter has a brand new Camaro. My daughter has her own apartment. Her friend has her own apartment. You don't need a college degree to obtain anything to live
You know
with.
the sad thing about that though is,
And she's 20. Both of them
There
are
are
20.
people out here working 9 to 5s and they need fucking roommates.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I don't even care that I have to say this. So far, I'm only doing the club thing as of right now. Before, when I was only doing the club thing, I had a house. Unfortunately, whatever, I was married. I can't keep talking negative about the marriage because obviously I had a lot to do with the demise of that. But I was able to pay for everything. She didn't have to work. She was my ride or die, hard rock, whatever you want to. She made my flyers, whatever the case may be. But I provided everything. I'm in the exact same industry, and I can't live on my own.
Yep.
And I'm working 5 days a week.
The game is different.
It's completely different.
The game has changed so much in the last 2 years.
Now, does it make me go back and think, oh, I should have got more college degrees? Hell no. Because look how simple it was for us to come together and put together a great podcast. We're still picking up traction. We're fairly new, whatever the case may be. And we're still finding our niche. But it's coming. The numbers, the insights, everything that you've been showing, the statistics on the back end.
The analytics are ridiculous.
And it's funny that more women than men listen to us. Thank you, ladies.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
I showed them.
We're going to have some badass merchandise for you ladies, by the way.
So, if you think about it, so I'll give you one or two things. Like I said, we already said website, web design. Web design is a big thing. That it's an easy.
We need to come up with cigars that don't
keep on going out.
Yes. Anyways.
Web design is an easy thing to get into. Simple. They made it that look. It was hard back in the day when you had to know how to code. Now this shit is click and drop. I've seen websites that people have put together that are phenomenal.
Well, throw out there a few of them, like GoDaddy. GoDaddy, when you and we'll say some other names so we're not just saying GoDaddy.
Oh, so you got GoDaddy, Wix, you got WordPress, you got just
that's enough. So I guess what I'm saying is, let's say those three. Do you know how easy it is? Click and go, click and go, click and go, click and go, click and go. Pay your fee, boom, website up.
There you go. That's simple. And that's a hustle that
Did I have to go to school for that? No. They
Let
made
me
it
tell you
easy.
something. I'm gonna tell you why it's a great hustle, because when we decided to make a website for this thing, I was gonna do it at first. I'm still gonna do it, but we tried to option out to somebody, and you know what this homie said to me? He said it's gonna cost me $600 to $800 to get this thing up and running.
Now watch every person out there that makes websites. Oh my God, that's so good. You're right, and we're not knocking him for making that hustle because that's his hustle.
That's his hustle.
Or her hustle, or whoever you want to be.
But
we don't have to pay it because you know how to do it.
I know how to do it.
It's easy to go in there, click, 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 boom, boom, boom.
What I was doing is I was trying to make the money trickle down.
Right.
I'm a trickle down type of guy, so I can do almost anything when it comes to social media, all that stuff. I can do all that. But in my mind is I love to trickle down. So if I can sit here and pay somebody to do it, and they help them build up some money, I do that. But I'm gonna tell you truthfully, for guys, your boy ain't gonna pay no. Look, Chris, you know me, baby. I'm not gonna.
Now let me ask you something. What about those intros and outros?
What, bro? Bro, your daughter is on it. I'm not gonna lie, Bree. Look, I appreciate you, babe. I really do.
When
you can I give her praise real quick before you cut me?
Well, no, I was gonna say when you sent me those 4, I was like, my daughter.
I thought you saw them already.
No,
when I saw them, all I did was look at them. I was like, and I looked at them again, Chris, and I said, no. And then she sent me the other one. I was like, she said, here's some, just pick the one that you want.
There was 4 of them.
And I was like, pick the one. I want them all.
And we're going to use them all.
We're going to use them all. I mean, like, it's just, and she did not go, like I said, you know what, another thing that fucked up the college thing? YouTube.
Oh, hell yeah.
YouTube. When YouTube showed it, when people were starting to able to post stuff like that on YouTube about if you need to learn how to do something, you just type it into YouTube and it'll tell you exactly how. Look, bro, I've seen people rebuild motors off of YouTube.
And they're getting paid by YouTube because so many people subscribe, so many people visit.
And now,
bro, it's everything. You could set up fish tanks, and as long as you record each one, you're gonna get paid.
There's a there's a guy that I watch off of Instagram and TikTok. He started in his garage. It wasn't even a garage. He was working outside, working on his own cars. You know what? Right now, there are famous people sending him their cars to get worked on. Why? Because he had a solid hustle. He worked hard. He had great, when he knew, and he used social media to his benefit. And now this dude is making, he's done one for Carlos, he's doing it for Rick Ross, he's done one for Drake. He's doing all of these cars for these millionaires. And all he did was show that he had the drive and the hustle.
The hustle. And you know how easy it is to make money off these social media things, especially like YouTube and all that. Let's say, for instance, my daughter's sitting there doing nails. If she has a camera only set up on the spot where it doesn't show her face or the client's face, and that's all she did was record every single nail set that she put on, people are going to watch that, people are going to subscribe to it, and YouTube is going to pay her. Now, one time that she has to get a college degree, just start making $8,000 to $10,000 a month.
You know,
and YouTube is quick to recognize you.
You know what drives me crazy? Like, you see, and people see it, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it's some idiots on social media making millions.
Getting hundreds of thousands of likes.
The idiots. Think about these prank videos. These are hustles. Y'all don't understand. These are hustles, people. Hold on. Let me say it into the microphone. These are hustles. If you didn't get it, I just told you. That's why people sit here and work hard and they do this. You understand that it's crazy. People have made hustles off of other people's hustle. Because if you think about it, there are people that edit the content and get paid just as much as the people that make the content, bro. You can sit here and you're editing somebody else's content.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I've seen a lot of parents force their kids to go to college. When my daughters told me they did not want to go to college, I never once told them that that was a bad idea. Why? Because look at me. I have 2 college degrees and I made a living, a hustle, a kingdom out of strip clubs. They obviously, and thank the Lord Almighty, are not following in that footstep, but they both have their own hustles and they make really good money.
What you did is, what Chris, let me
I instilled in them.
Instilled that in them.
Yes.
And that's what, like I said, that's what I'm doing with my girls. Like I said, they got their own little hustles now. They're making their little money. You know, daddy. See, when you're at that point in your life, the best thing for a parent to do is just to support it.
Absolutely.
Support what your kids are going to do. Because you never know. Like I said, kids surprise you guys. Bro, you know what? I'm going to tell you, my middle child, she uses my youngest one as her doll. My middle child is learning how to do makeup now. And when I saw her, how she put makeup on my little girl, my baby, I looked at her, I said, oh my God. And I looked at her mom, I said, did you teach her that? She said, no, she sits here and watches makeup tutorials
on YouTube. And that's how Brianna, my oldest daughter, started with nails.
Right. YouTube changed the game, bro.
It does. Because everything is at your fingertips. Everything is just ready. As long as you have the hustle, the mentality to just thrive, you can learn it off of there.
Did you know that YouTube is starting? I'm sorry, not YouTube. Did you know that colleges are starting to catch on to that? And they're putting a lot of their courses onto YouTube.
Yes. And it's smart because.
But they just give you enough.
And it's not free.
Right, it's not free.
So you do have to subscribe.
Right.
You pay your little fee, but you're still making, they're learning, the colleges are learning, let's hustle off of social media.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. That's why you got online. Where do you think online courses came from? People are making, like, a lot of people don't even, and like I said, a lot of people don't even go to a physical college anymore. That is so passe now.
But I can almost, just based on the people that I've seen in my, on my daily passings or whatever, even though they have online schooling, People are more driven to learn off of YouTube classes, whatever the case may be, as long as they put it in a YouTube frame or format, than they would going to that same university and doing an online course.
Right.
Because on the online course, you're stuck to, you have to be logged on for so many hours. You have to do X amount of things to prove that you're navigating the system. That's all bullshit.
It's just like now, did you know, remember they made the, so it's so funny. Remember when working from home was just being on your laptop and they had a thing that they can track if you're on it, like they see your cursor moving. You know, the person that made the automatic mouse that moves around, that was a hustle, bro.
Yeah.
That was a strict hustle. They started realizing that, I can put this mouse and it'll move around and let people think that people.
I'm actually working. Lazy as fuck.
What? People going on vacation, bro. They're on vacation out at the beach. All they do, they got the laptop. Look, let me tell you, when they started making hotspots, changed the game.
Absolutely changed the game. And I'm gonna tell you right now, back to our podcast. Nothing stops us from just saying, fuck it, we're gonna go on the beach.
Yep.
We're just gonna set up our laptops, our cameras, whatever the case may be, and
Trust
boom.
me, baby, we're
Do it from the beach.
Look, we are one. I'm gonna tell you right now, we are probably one of the most mobile.
Yes, and we're live. So shit, the people that come out to your waitresses or whatever, they can come right to our podcast while we're talking. Hey, would you guys like a refill? Absolutely.
And while you give me the refill, what's your name?
Yeah.
I just gave you another hustle. Here's one. Like, okay, and I tell people all this. You have to always advertise yourself.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yes.
So when you are doing that, if you are working at a bar, restaurant, what's the meal of the day? What's this? What's the special? You're hustling for yourself because you're, if I see something that's good and I see that waiter did that and I go to that restaurant, I'll pull it up, but where's she at? I want to be sitting in her section. I'm gonna tell you truthfully. You know, I do a lot of videos for the cigar bar. I've had people come in and say, "We just want to see if you were real."
Right.
Like, we just want to see if you were really here.
And it's true because a lot of times, a lot of companies, especially, well, even in the clubs or even here, what if they were just paying you to make these videos because you're great at it? They never expect to come in here and go, oh shit, there he is.
There he is. I had one guy come in here and say, I looked at the social media and then I said, I want to see if he's really there. And they saw that I was here. It blew his mind. He was like, I didn't think he really worked here. I said, yes sir, I'm here. What can I get you? And when I did that, this man bought like $200-300 worth of cigars because he knew that I knew what I was talking about. He knew that I had the drive, and I was motivated. I've always been motivated, bro. Always been motivated. You know what? We had to.
You have to stay motivated.
Because we come up from the generation knowing that nobody's going to give you
we gotta bust our ass
free.
Yes, we gotta bust.
We
our
didn't
ass.
get anything for free, bro. You had every person I've ever worked for that showed me a little bit of the game always had an ultimate.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show you this if you do this.
Well, that's why I told you that anytime that we're out and about doing whatever, you got the glasses. Eventually, I'll have the glasses, whatever the case. The more content that we just provide because we're out doing cool shit or whatever the case, whatever we're doing. I don't know. You put it into social media, you put it into the podcast, you do whatever. That's just that much more entertainment that we're bringing, which is going to create more curiosity on what the hell is Chris and Gavin up to?
Right.
Where are they going to pop up next? Because we don't have, I mean, yes, so far you've seen the beginning of our podcast life being stable here at Cozy Lounge.
That doesn't mean that we're not hustling, getting things together.
No.
And trust me, when it comes to me and Chris, we talk a lot and we hustle every time we see each other. Hey, what's next on the list?
Yep.
What do we have to do now? Like I said, we just put this merchandise deal together. So, you know what I mean? We got our own private guy that's going to put it all together. All we have to do is just make the content.
Absolutely.
And just make it tell where all you have to do is go on our website, click I want that shirt, click I want that beanie, click I want that headset, click all. and it's going to give you exactly what you want, the way you want it.
Yep.
And all we're going to do is sit here and we're going to make sure it gets to you.
And obviously, as the finances start to grow, we're not going to just stay stagnant and just leave you with what we're doing right here, right now. We're going to make sure that we go out of our way to be at different locations, to be at exciting locations, to do, let you see some crazy ass shit while we do our podcast.
It's our hustle.
It's so our hustle.
It's our hustle. You know, when you got two people that are money motivated, and not just money motivated, but driven. You know what they say? They say a dream without a plan is what? Just a fucking dream.
Just a dream.
Just a dream. If you're not money motivated, you have no goal in your life. You want, and I'm not getting it wrong. If you want to work a 9 to 5, please do, because we still need you out there.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing: no matter how much you hustle, we are both living proof that you can still end up single. You can still be seen as, what the fuck do you bring to the table? What the? Yes, I said I would not talk about relationships, but it's so funny that the one person that you need to be worried about the most in life is himself and myself. Yourself. That's the only person you need to be worried about, because you're never going to bring happiness and joy to everybody that crosses your path. And they're not going to understand your hustle. And even when they do understand your hustle and they leave, what's not to say that the next person is not a $55,000 a month hustle or $20,000 a month hustle? Our mentalities have been there. Is it easy to get back there? Absolutely.
And we had, you understand, Chris, we worked the ladder, bro.
Yes.
I don't give a damn. We walked the ladder.
I'm going to tell you right now, when I started in that industry, I was a bar back.
That's where I started at, bro.
That was 12 years ago.
I started as a fucking doorman.
And then all of a sudden a club gets dumped in my lap. Mm-hmm. When that club got dumped in my lap, it was just money. But I had to hustle 8 years before that happened to get to that. And even then, when I started seeing the money, did you think I just sat in my office and go, "Oh, this shit's just coming"?
No, you were thinking other ways to get that.
I had
money motivated.
I was the only after hours club that had Brucey, Coley P, Fredo Bang, Mike Smith, JT Money. The list keeps going on. That I did not have to pay to have there.
Because they wanted to be there.
They wanted to come.
It was atmosphere. Now,
why? Because I hustled my ass off.
Don't get me wrong. I ran it when I played piano.
You did, and there was 8 bodies. So congratulations.
Thank you. 2 of those.
You made it easier for me.
But what I'm trying to tell you is this: it was the hustle in you, Chris, that made you the way that it is. And like I said, it scares me so much nowadays that it's easier now, and the generation now don't even want to see the shit. Nope. They want to, like I said, it's give me.
But we also knew, because we hustle, we knew when to get out.
Oh yeah.
And
when it's bad,
you got out,
bro.
I'm almost out. And look what we chose to do. Bring you entertainment. Bring you, like, I know we haven't done any of the podcasts to be what him and I used to do in the industry. We haven't talked about how he managed, how I manage. We haven't even talked about how people that know both of us absolutely had no fucking clue that him and I would be this close together and that we would be doing shit together. As a matter of fact,
they used to talk bad about us too.
Oh yes. And as a matter of fact, there's 2 women out there that didn't at all believe that this would be happening, the podcast. More for you than me, because I never spoke of a podcast. But now they have to see that, oh shit, these 2 got together. 2 hustling powerhouses are now together doing what we love to do best now. He had a podcast before, so he understood how fun it was. This is so fucking fun to me and so therapeutic.
I know this, bro.
I love this.
That's why I love doing it with you. Because, you know, when I first brought it up to you, you know, I loved it that I didn't have to sell it to you.
Right.
And that's what made me want to do it with you. Because I felt that if I had to sell it to you,
then it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I didn't have to sell anything.
I'm willing to hang off the side of a skyscraper to do a podcast with this guy.
Right. And that's why I said we are And that comes from us being money motivated because I know what he's capable of. Excuse me. I know what he's capable of. He knows what I'm capable of. And see, he knows that, look, like I tell Chris, I'm like, Chris, you come up with the topic. I'll do everything else. Come up with the topic. I'll do everything else. And that's how we work.
Absolutely.
Because I know that, okay, when it comes to the back end of the stuff, I'm awesome with it. Chris is great when it comes to social media. He's better than I am with it. People don't realize Chris is better than.
Do you know who I go to get my info from? My two daughters.
Right, because they know.
They're my secret, my phone a friend.
Let me tell you something. Bree is my girl now, boy. If she can call Uncle Gavin for anything right now, bro. I'm telling you. If she say Uncle Gavin, I got a problem. Do I need a shovel? That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, even Michaela, she does too. I mean, right now she produced us one of the most beautiful grandbabies in the world. I love all of that.
Uncle Gavin got to see it.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, Michaela is such a hustler that it's August 1st. She told her job she's not coming back till December. Why? Because she has made so much money doing what she has to do and saving it. No college degree there did that.
That's hustling.
I was able to raise these two girls to realize, boom.
Fucking finest. I don't care what nobody says. That's hustling at the finest.
Yep.
When you can sit here and people don't realize it makes you feel so good when you just sit back and watch your kids be successful.
Absolutely.
And that's what my dad told me and my brother and sister. He said, I did a damn good job. I got 3 kids that make 6 figures in their lives. I got, you know what I mean? People don't realize my brother's a hustler. He works for CNN. He is one of the lead producers at CNN right now. You know what I mean? And he's only in his 30s, bro. He's been a lead producer since his 20s.
Another thing that we're not just two hustlers that only look out for ourselves. Once this is up and running and doing well for us, the first thing we're going to start doing is we're going to start being those people that listen to other people's ideas. If they have a game plan, they come at us with something that they are
real,
passionate.
I want something real.
We're going to help them get off the ground.
You got something real.
You want a podcast? We're going to help you get off the ground.
I will help you get off the ground.
Weed becomes legal. If you want to be an edible, restaurant, we'll help you.
We see people.
It's not just about us.
And that's what people don't understand about us. We have a lot of contacts in a lot of different areas. We just sit here and play like this is, we just sit here and play like the club business is all we
But one thing you can never ever reveal all of your cards.
Right.
Even though, like I spoke to you about this the other day. When you have a great idea or when you have something that's coming your way or whatever, you want to speak it into existence. You sometimes I actually thought about this before.
Manifesting.
Before I spoke to my 2 friends, the first thing that went through my head is, do I keep this to myself? Because who actually prays against you? Who actually wants your demise as opposed to wants your progression?
People want to.
But then I started thinking, these 2 are my close friends, and I've told other people, but
people like to see you down.
I don't have to worry about if you're praying against me because I'm manifesting myself to positivity. And yes, there's something that is possibly in the works for the end of the year, but I'm going to keep it under wraps and just manifest the hell out of it.
Right.
And keep saying this is me.
Right.
My mom prays for me for that specific situation to come out.
I'm praying for you.
And
it's going to benefit me.
Yes. So I mean, it's definitely something that's big, but I'm going to keep manifesting it. And I'm going to tell you right now, they didn't go looking for a college degree person.
You know why? Because it takes a fucking hustler.
Because they saw what I did at the club.
Right. It takes a hustler.
And they want to bring that into their business.
See, people don't realize when you're a hustler, and hustlers always, when it comes, we start to elevate to each other. We start to evolve to each other. When 2 people know that, okay, Chris is a hustler. Gavin's a hustler. That's
they want to pick our brains. They're navigating closer to our aura to see what they can pick up on.
Right.
And I love it.
So look, I got another one. So I was sitting here looking at, we talked about website, we just talked about blogging. Another thing that is getting real big, and it's an easy thing to do online? Fucking video games, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! I remember when video games. You gotta understand, we're old, so we remember the Atari and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
ColecoVision and all that bullshit. Like, I just told my age.
Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64. Hell, the original Nintendo, the gray box.
Yes.
That everybody sits here and says, "Did you?" When we had to blow the cartridge.
And now we were dumb enough to get rid of those consoles when they're worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I don't even know what happened.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was a kid, I never thought about leaving everything that I bought in a fucking box and putting it in my console. Because if I would have, I'd be a multi-millionaire right now.
Bro, if I knew I tell people today, if I knew what I knew now, and everybody can say that was born in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, if you knew what you knew now, we would be multi-millionaires, bro.
All of us would be rich as shit.
Multi-millionaires. If we knew, who knew about the fucking internet? I remember, you know what? I remember when Dollar was, and you couldn't pick up the phone at your house.
You want to know something that will reach out to every age group at this moment, that makes you a fuck ton of money if you just get the one little piece that comes inside that little pack? Motherfucking Pokemon cards. Get you a Charizard, send it off to PSA, get graded at 10, and now you have a $300,000 or $400,000 card that you just bought at Walmart for $6.
So let me get back to the video game thing, because I know a lot of people that are doing this now, that are making. Think about it. You gotta understand. You have people are. You know what? Another hustle is. People are building these fucking mega consoles, these gaming systems now. They're building these things, charging millions of dollars. A lot of these people they didn't go to school for computer programming and all this. You know what they learned it off of? YouTube.
Yep.
They learned it from somebody else that wanted to teach it, and they made their money off of teaching it. Now somebody else is out here doing it. I mean, bro, I've seen gaming PCs that will blow your mind.
Oh yeah.
That do things that I've never seen before. And you got these people that are on social media. Think about it. They made a whole different platform for gaming. Twitch.
Yep.
Twitch is a multi-million-dollar thing right now. Gaming wars, bro. When these people are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to play Call of Duty.
And when you look at these tournaments or conventions or whatever you want to call them, when you watch them competing against each other, who's competing? Kids. It's always kids. And they're killing it. Making more money than CEOs. Why? Because they can outplay you in the game.
Bro, I love you, brother. She's working right now.
Bree's
working right now, bro. She's doing it right now. She's working. I love you, dog. She's awesome. She's awesome. That's my new best friend. I swear to you, that's my new best friend. So, video games is a thing. We already said coding, digital marketing. That's a big thing now. Then you have, what I've seen what people are doing now? Airbnbs.
And I've talked to a few people that have had Airbnbs, and Airbnb now, just like I mentioned with Turl, something with Airbnb is charging a whole hell of a lot more. And now they're restricting you on how many Airbnbs you can actually own. Airbnb is becoming much more expensive per night than they were when they first came out.
They are.
And I see that not being as intriguing as it used to be, because fucking Expedia is still there, Trivago is still there. You got all those places that are so high. They're so high class in what they do that it makes it so much easier to get that. Before, people were using Airbnb because it was so much cheaper than using those. Now Airbnb has become something that is as expensive, if not more sometimes, because now people are going on there and putting a spare bedroom as an Airbnb. That's not what it was meant for.
People are putting tents up for Airbnbs.
If you can get away with it, you have a beautiful little tent city. I guess that's what's happening. But man, I'm telling you, Airbnb was great. It was a great idea when it started. It it still is a great idea. But I wish that they would have not followed the trend of climbing the profitability ladder.
When Airbnb hit, it was a small thing, and then it blew up to something that was crazy and big.
Yep.
So let's go down the line real quick because we're starting to run out of time. You can always create you a, like I say, a positive revenue stream, and that comes from, like you said, drop shipping. That's an easy thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cooking your own food.
Yeah.
Selling plates. It's a constant revenue service as long as you're always there. If you're always there, you're gonna always get people.
Go ahead, let's start. Keep on.
Okay. You're always gonna get people buying your food.
Right. And that's what happens. You know what I mean? So when you sit here and you think about the next best thing, when people are saying, "Oh no, I'm just doing this and I'm just doing that," that's because, like I said, always more than one way to skin a cat. It's just because you're not. You see, a lot of people don't have the mindset. They don't put the drive into it.
Because if they don't see the immediate financial success of it, they're going to give up.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give up because they just don't. They don't. I guess it's like the gym. You know, when you go to the gym, you're not going to go from fat to skinny in 30 days.
A lot of people don't see results, so they want to get the hell
So
out
you
of
have to, and that's the same thing with money. If you're not a true hustling individual, you're not going to understand that the money just doesn't come instantaneous.
Mm-hmm.
But if you work hard enough and you stay consistent at it, then you're going to wonder why the money won't stop.
That's another thing, bro. I'm going to tell you straight up. Consistency is the key to a hustle.
Bro, consistency is key
to life.
To life in general.
Relationships, to making money, to, you know what I mean, staying. Because everybody, you have to understand, when you have a hustle, you have to stay financially stable at the same time.
Yes.
So that makes you say, okay, I gotta hustle this much more because I gotta. When you sit here, if people write this shit down, I gotta pay for rent, I gotta pay for kids, I got daycare, I got food. You know what I mean? These are costs that has to be paid at all times.
Yep.
It's nothing like, okay, well, I'll just get to it when I get to it.
Bills don't work that way.
At all.
So you have to keep hustling to make sure that you make more. And if, the drive is there if you start actually keeping track of what you make. So if week 1 you made $250, week 2 you made $600, week 3 you're at $1,200. That shit right there is a motivation. Keep track of your finances.
Chris,
keep track of your progression.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. When we get to the point that I know we're gonna get to, we're gonna create a war room.
Oh yeah.
People are like, where's the war room? But we sit there and just me and you go in that motherfucker and we write down everything that needs to be done, and we're sitting here wiping stuff off. A war room is something that if you are a hustler, I feel like you need, because when you see it, then that's why I write a lot of stuff down.
It's a goal setting.
Right. When I see stuff, I'm like, you know what? Okay, yeah. Just like I'm doing now.
It's funny. We both do the exact same thing. We keep track of all kinds
like
of stuff.
I said, this stuff that we do on a daily basis is not like we just come up to each other and say, okay, we're going to do a podcast. We sit and we write tons of shit down. We go through everything because we know that it's our hustle, bro.
Even when we're staring at these screens, y'all don't see it, but we have checkpoints. We have things that we want to talk about, topics, bullet points. Whatever in the world keeps us on track to making sure that you get whatever our topic is about. We hit you with as much information as we can. At some point, we are going to have some funny shit. We're not like your cookie cutter podcast where you got one guy that's constantly funny, or we don't. We just want to have a awesome ass one-on-one. This is about you. We bring you some crazy ass shit to talk about.
Because we love you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all understand.
We've been through relationships, so we talked about it. We've been through a strip club, we're about to talk about it. We've been through this college degree / hustling thing. We're going to talk about it. Why not talk about shit that we know that we've personally, our personal experience?
And trust me, when it comes to the strip club things that we're going to do,
oh yeah, that's crazy.
It's going to be bananas.
But don't think that that's just us. We vacation. Like when we have the ability to actually vacation, we vacation a lot. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all are going to be a part of it, because we're going to record it. We're going to make sure that we have, like, Even when we were standing in line at Disney to get into some of the rides, I just start randomly recording us.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because eventually we're going to use that shit to bring it down and tell you, hey, this is what we did on vacation, and this is how much fun we had, and blase, blase, and y'all are going to love that.
Okay, so where was that? Hell, I think I hit enough. I think we hit enough, bro. With this right here, I think we put it all together because we have honestly put together that we show that in this day and age, is college necessary? No. I know people that make crazy money and never set foot in a college. I know people that did 5-6 years in college and struggled. Bro,
Sat in prison and came out and opened a multi-million-dollar company.
Right. I've seen people, but you know where that comes from? That comes from consistency.
Yep.
That comes from hustle. That comes from focus.
Yep.
And if people are not going to be that, bro, stop what you're doing. Just don't even sit there and don't even sit there and do that no more, bro. It's not even worth you what you do. Because if you're not prepared to go the extra mile when it comes to yourself, your dreams, it's one phrase I used to say all the time. Nobody's going to believe in your dream more than you.
Absolutely. For real. You could try to sell that dream 1,000,000 times. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If you can make that dream come true, you hustled your way into society.
Hustled your way into it.
Yep.
So we're going to finish this one up because I think, like I said, we hit everything.
Should I smack the table in case anybody fell asleep?
I don't think they fell asleep on this one, bro. So,
Well, you can put your titty back up.
So, once again, we are sitting in here in the beautiful, cozy cigar lounge. And I'm going to give you the address like I always do. It is 198 West Bay Drive. That is in the beautiful city of Largo. Come on down. You got me, Gavin. You got Larry. And you have Sam. We will help you with any cigar needs you need. We'll put you in the right direction. Our humidor is stacked. So we have everything from the starting smoker to the exotic smoker.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you do.
come on down, kick back your feet, hang out, and do your thing. Once again, I'm going to get off and say that I love you guys. I appreciate all the feedback that you guys give us. We appreciate all the love that you guys give us.
Yes.
So much. Trust me, that's another thing that keeps us motivated. So
Absolutely.
give it to us. And you know what? I tell people all the time, I got one of the greatest co-hosts because we are really, people don't realize we really are.
We're yin and yang.
Yeah.
And like always, I definitely love you guys. I'm so glad that you guys take the time out of your day to listen to us, continue to support us, like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. If I missed any other words, do it for us. We're on almost every platform. We're continuing as tomorrow. This weekend he's going to add us to more platforms. Our merchandising has been signed, sealed, and delivered. Well, signed, sealed. We're going to start delivering here soon. Around your birthday is when we're going to roll out what our shirts look like. And then from there, once the website's built, you're going to have the shop, whatever. But you're going to be able to order anything and everything with our with our logo, our QR code on it. It's going to be fantastic.
And, you know, and like I said to a lot of our subscribers, you know what I mean, when you like and follow and all that stuff, we may even throw a 10% discount in there for you. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's us. Because like I said, we love what we do. And it's, like I said, it's a hustle for us. But then at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We love that you guys love us.
It's all because of you guys. We're here because of that.